Is it going? Oh, I believe we are going. This might be live right now. So,
Wow!
if this is live, then great. I'm really happy about that. I'm waiting because there's like lag on this to where I can actually see it on the thing to confirm that I am in fact live. And yes, it looks like I am live right now. Welcome to the Love Gurus podcast, people. Thank you for being here. I am one of your hosts, Jake Vevera. With me, as always, the other host, Suzanne Shepherd.
Yeah, and we have a lovely new backdrop today because
we do.
Amy painted, so you know it's very grown up.
Amy painted. I didn't do shit. She painted the whole thing. I suck at painting, and now that we're married, I'm like, I just don't do house stuff anymore. That was part of our vows. I didn't have to do any. No, my vows were that I do more of this. But honestly, she's so goddamn good at painting, and I get streaks everywhere. It looks like Michael J. Fox did that shit now, not like back in the Back to the Future days. It looks like he right now just went da da like all over the place.
No, it looks amazing. So well done for you guys in your upgrade. You guys should tweet at Chip and Joanna for your fixer upper.
We will. I'm hoping to maybe that'll be a side gig for us. She'll teach me how to paint. We go paint places together. We market Stewart the shit out of basements all around this city, man. That's how we're doing it. But before I forget, we are actually going to be off next week because going to be doing a benefit for breast cancer at the Stand next Wednesday. It's called Hooray for Boobies. What it is there's not enough pro breast cancer charities out there. So what we're doing is we're trying to give the breast cancer a chance. You know what I mean? All these pink ribbons are trying to take it down. We're the we're the orange ribbon. You know, we fight the pink ribbon. We want breast cancer to succeed.
I think the orange ribbon does stand for something, though. Orange ribbon, I think, is like pancreatic cancer or something. There is an orange ribbon.
Dude, I'll bet if you're like the CEO of the Orange Ribbon Company, how pissed off are you at how overshadowed you are by the breast cancer? And you're like, my shit is so much more fatal. Ask Patrick Swayze what's worse, breast cancer or our shit. He needs the orange ribbon, you know?
Yeah, but also, like, you know, Beyonce's dad got breast cancer, so I think that really gave it a boost, and as far as like the cause. Once Angelina Jolie got her, mastectomy, mastectomy. Then once Beyonce's dad got it, it's. Breast cancer is the most popular of all cancers.
It really is, man. I mean, there's pink ribbons everywhere. Even though if you had to ask anybody, even with like double D's, you want the pancreas or the tits? They're gonna take both the tits, man.
Definitely.
Pancreas, that's a death sentence, man. I don't want that.
Yeah, with breast cancer, you always sort of have this idea that you could just cut it out, but pancreatic or I don't know.
That shit took down Swayze.
Like lymphoma.
That shit took down.
Lymphoma's bad.
They took out the host of Jeopardy. That man was.
Yes!
He hosted Jeopardy for 75 years. Yes, he hosted it for 75 years straight. Nothing could stop him. Pancreatic cancer got him. He got breast cancer 5-6 times during that entire time. And it was like nothing. By the 5th, 6th time, he was like, I'm gonna have them do it during a commercial break. I don't even give a shit. Just do it after we go to spots.
What is a scalpel? Thank you, Alex. Okay.
Yeah. That's when he did himself. He did it, but it was part of the trivia. You know what I mean?
That's why he stayed so thin the whole time.
100%.
But we have great guests this week.
Yes. Pleased to welcome both our guests. First up, he is a returning guest, a hilarious stand-up comic. Follow him on social media. Mr. Oni Francis, thank you for being here. Great, man. Thanks for being here. Tell them where they can find you.
My name is Oni Uno on Instagram, ONIUNO, and on Twitter. I don't be on Twitter. I fight with too much white racists on there, so I try to fail. But it's UNO-ONIX, Uno-Onyx on Twitter.
Yeah. And you also have another super fun podcast that I did.
Welcome to my hood film. I make non-hood people watch hood films.
It's very fun. It was a super fun podcast to do. It's super fun to listen to, so definitely check that out.
The racists on Twitters hate the hood films, by the way. They can't stand them.
No, they don't.
But I'm also happy to introduce our second guest, first-time guest on the Love Gurus podcast, Chris Wagner. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Absolutely, man. Follow him on socials, everybody out there, and tell them where they can find you.
Instagram is Chris Wagner, so it's Chris Wagner with a D at the end.
Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah. So it is a pun, but not really. I don't know if you'd consider that a pun because it is.
My whole life, I didn't see the nerd at the end.
Oh,
In my 30s, I was like, oh, Wag nerd.
Yeah.
I grew up think something clever and then just add a D.
I grew up with this kid
Sure.
for my whole childhood, and then when I was in my 20s, I was like, oh my god, his legit last name was Sharts. As an adult, but we didn't realize it as kids. I don't know if that wasn't really like an Urban Dictionary word yet or something, but his whole life, he grew up.
It was
last name Sharts. Yeah.
Was that Ben Stiller film?
Yeah.
I first heard of it.
Sure.
What's his name said it?
Owen
passed
Wilson?
away.
Oh, that passed away.
The big guy with the
Chris Farley?
blonde hair. Sorry, we could do this all day.
So anyway, so I get what you're saying, that as time goes by, you realize, oh my god.
And that's the thing, you could have invented Shard.
Yeah.
His name was right there for you.
It was totally right
Teasing
there.
enough, and then,
Poor Shane. Poor Shane Sharts. Sharts pants.
Oh, man. That's the
Shane
worst
Sharts.
superhero name ever.
It is.
Shane Sharts. Oh, Jesus.
What's my superpower? How do I stop the bank robbers? I can't show you. This is rated
Let's just say I
PG-13.
throw it.
Yeah, it's pretty rough, man. It's you can only put this in kids' movies in Japan. That's the only place that'll show
He
this in
wears
kids'
like
movies.
one of those fun Japanese anime monkey suits, and
Yeah.
that's like his superpower, whatever.
I am the last level on Squid Game. You have to get through me. You have to. This is it.
Well, he's a real person. We totally just talked about him on our podcast. If anyone I know is listening.
I hope he's one of the people asking questions this week. I hope
my
one of them
God.
ends up being from.
Maybe we should start beef with people a bit more.
Yeah? That would be kind of cool.
Yeah. Speaking of beef, do we have any? Is anyone?
Oh yeah. Let's get some YouTube comments. I need to check these, man, because they're not up on the thing like they were before, which is annoying me. But I have a secondary device. Joel on YouTube says, "Let the drinking begin." He said Jake was going to paint the room, but there were no numbers to follow. Absolutely, I get confused.
Yeah, Amy just put a big 1 on this wall behind me. Jake couldn't do it. He was like, I don't know. How does this work? It wasn't even like it was a peacock.
Amy on YouTube says Thursday, not Wednesday. Did I say Wednesday? Shit. Yeah. Go next Thursday to the stand.
Yeah.
At I think 8 o'clock is the show. I'm gonna guess 8. Check the right time on my socials at Jake Vevera. Next Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah. I believe it starts at 8 o'clock. So don't quote me on that. The correct time is definitely at the socials, but
Get
it is
there
at
by
the stand.
7:30. Get yourself a seat.
Yeah, and we're gonna.
It's a safe bet.
Dude, I'm gonna crush so hard on that stage that breast cancer just fucking gives up. You know what I'm saying? That it just dies. That all just withers. All the tits grow back. Everything. It's gonna be fucking wild.
Oh, talk about Daisy's coming back to life.
Dude, I'm gonna unmastectomy the entire city. That's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, but we have a lot of people that need help this week. It's because again, it's getting into the fall. Thanksgiving's around the corner. Christmas. People want it now. It was hot girl summer, shot girl summer. Everyone wanted to be single. Now everyone wants to stay in a relationship because they don't want to be single on the holidays. So stakes are very high.
Oh shit! Let's take our first question from the crazy animals on Reddit. If you guys have any questions to write them into loveguruspodcast@yahoo.com, or even better, watch every single Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. Comment in the comment sections live. Ask questions. Make comments. But first, let's hear from our somewhat sort of sponsors. Do you need a delicious Pinot Grigio? Then you can't do better than Simonetti. It is a goddamn delicious Pinot Grigio from Agricololulu, Italy.
Yeah.
Agricololulu. That's where the best fucking wine comes. It's amazing.
Let me see what you got here.
It's fucking great.
The floral.
No, Agricololulu. It's right next to Chapadaladia. Italy. It's
the Italian version of Pilates.
It's fucking
that's why
great.
they're all so thin.
It says right here, perfect drink for exercising. Goes well with yoga pants.
100% you can drink a glass of wine during a yoga class.
Lululemon endorsed.
Yes.
Yeah, Lululemon endorsed.
Simonetti, the official wine of drinking during exercise. Get you some. Now let's take our first question from the wild animals on Reddit.
First question. My husband ran off after an argument about if I smelled like urine or not, and now I'm very worried. I'm
Oh,
30
damn.
and my husband is 34. It was around 10 o'clock last night. We were watching TV on the couch. Out of nowhere, my husband commented that I smell slightly like urine. I'm alarmed as I'm generally very clean and I care a lot about smelling nice. After some intense sniffing, he backtracks and says that, no, I don't smell like urine. I smell like old clothes that have been sitting in the back of a closet for too long. But it's very faint. Our conversation was, you can't just throw out that I smell like urine, and now I'm self-conscious about what I smell like. It's not a bad thing, just how your body smells like. It's not nice, at least, not true. When you say smell like urine, I'm picturing someone who doesn't have good hygiene. Maybe, but I'd be like smelling that person from across the street. That's still not a nice thing to say, and now you're making me self-conscious. I'm gonna throw my clothes in the wash and take a shower! When I got out of the shower, he was gone. He took his bag and his car. I thought that he'd just be gone for a drive to cool off, but it's been 5 hours. He's not back yet. His phone is off. What should I do? So this is kind of, this is like sort of an emergency. I don't know if this guy might not yet be back. Like, this is kind of an emergency request for help, but...
You smell like piss. I'm going out for smokes.
I would find somebody that likes to be peed on or likes the smell of urine around. Like, you need to find somebody that meshes with you.
You really think this is a sort of a Rudolph meets Cinderella type of story?
I think if he smells pee now, he's always going to smell pee.
Oh, really?
He's going to be horrible.
He associates,
It's going to be a horrible thing for him.
I've certainly gone on dates with guys where, like, just their natural scent wasn't... And you knew it wasn't BO. You knew it wasn't... because of old clothes or something. It just, how they kind of smelled didn't jive with me. And I definitely think that there's something to, like, the pheromones that you have, or your, but I don't think that that's the case here. I think this guy wanted to go cheat. And so he's
exactly what it was.
See, I don't really between the lines, okay?
Yeah, no,
I see you smell like pee, though?
He wanted to start a fire. And he's like, exactly. He didn't even care. He's just like, good. You smell like pee, knowing she was gonna pop off.
Yeah, she's gonna walk in on him with another lady. He's gonna be like, "You're sleeping with this woman, and she smells even more like piss than me." What the hell?
She's gonna catch them, and she's gonna be peeing on him. It's like,
Right.
really,
Yeah,
really,
How
pee
long
on
was
the
the shower
brain.
he
That's
packed
what
so
it
fast?
is.
How long was that shower that he packed so fast?
Yeah, no, good question. Because if you're, unless, which also makes it suspicious. His bag is ready.
Yeah, he's been thinking about this for a while.
You smell like pee. Okay, bye.
He's got to go back, for either zombie attacks or cheating in a hurry, and he just throws it on. He jumps out the fire escape, and he's off fucking somebody else.
He was trying to get her going in the shower so he can leave.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it's very simple.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
what can you do? Get her to call the divorce lawyer because that's over.
Yeah, I think it's totally over because also, so yes, in my opinion, he was clearly trying to pick a fight, but also he knew that a comment so stupid like that would set her off.
Yeah.
If my boyfriend said to me, "Oh, you smell like urine, go take a shower," I'd be like, shut the fuck up. Like, I'm not going anywhere.
Right.
I would specifically not shower for 2 more days just to spite him.
I don't know. I'm kind of
petty.
on this. The more I think about it, the more I'm kind of on this guy's side of it. Because
she sounds like a nightmare.
She sounds like a nightmare, and we try to point this out at least once a podcast. These questions are these people's pro-them propaganda. It's their Fox News, their MSNBC, their North Korean state-run news. If their father died and left them the whole country, or if he was murdered, whatever.
This is our Fox News because she's not looking great.
That's what I'm saying.
Like her MSNBC, like, all right.
Yeah.
Right, that's what I'm saying. This is her trying to make herself look good, and she still kind of looks shitty, And the thing is like, you smell bad is just sort of something you might say to somebody to piss them off. You smell like urine is a very specific smell. It doesn't sound like he's just talking shit. Yeah. Maybe he is. If
Old
so,
clothes and urine don't smell the same at all.
Right?
Yeah.
They don't.
No, unless you pee on
unless there's like cat piss in the back of your closet.
She's gotten very defensive.
Don't smell like human pee.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
There's a difference between animal and human.
Right.
Not that I am a connoisseur.
That's fair.
I've peed before.
Right. I can. If I taste it a little bit, I can not only
there you go.
I can not only guess the species but the breed. I'm good.
Wow.
I gotta tell it.
I will say this as a woman. There are times when I am peeing And all of a sudden, like, there is a drop on my face. And it's not because I'm like, but it's just, you know, if it's a lot, like it splatters everywhere. And you don't know if it's like the toilet water or your pee.
That's
probably a combination of both. But I'm just saying I probably have, at some point, gotten my own pee in my mouth.
Okay.
But on accident, of course.
Well, and I mean, you know, in terms of smelling like pee, I know the drunker I get, there's a saying that men over 35 have. It is no matter how much you shake and dance, the last few drops will come out in your pants.
Do you know what I do? I try to alleviate that. Is I walk in front of the toilet with my cock out.
Yeah,
Just
dude.
to make my cock think, oh, he's walking. I'll pee his pants. And be like, no, it's in the toilet, sir.
I tripped that. I tricked that little fucking domestic terrorist down there. What I did,
I'm glad you do it too.
Dude, I mentally, it was an inside job. Just fucking.
I moonwalk for at least 2 seconds.
Yeah, I will sit there and I will tell my brain, I am done pissing, and I will tell my brain that my dick is in my pants. And sometimes I'll get a couple little drops. I'm like, aha, you little shit, and I fucking hit him. I let him know. I'm like, I saw what you tried to do to me. You tried to make me smell like pee and create another fight between me and my wife. You're not making her leave so that we can go cheat. How dare you, Dick? How dare you, Dick?
Yeah, and the misconception that squirting is pee.
Well, it damn sure doesn't taste like pee, scientists.
Exactly.
It doesn't smell like pee. Also.
It doesn't smell like pee
It
either.
doesn't smell like it. I'm just saying. But I don't know if that's because maybe I'm very
No,
hydrated at the
No.
time. But yeah, so back to this question then. So, you know, her question is like, what do I do? Again, like, this is the fact that there was such a reaction over such a small thing. I don't think that she says how long they've been married.
Like 4 months.
Yeah.
Well, then that's the thing, too, is because after time, you may, like you said about the scent, I read about or heard about the sweaty T-shirt experiment.
Oh.
To where the pill, the birth control pill, would block those sensors of reading another man's pheromones to where you match. So then when you get off of the pill, you're like, who the fuck is this person? I don't even like them around me. I don't like their scent. So I'm like, maybe, you know, that could have happened. But
that absolutely blows my mind.
Almost chemical warfare.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, we're going to have a baby. Not with you! You smelly bastard! Get that penis away from my vagina!
My babies are going to smell like half pee if I have a baby with her. They're going to be half piss scent. They're going to smell half normal, half like pee.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she, you know, so we don't know how long they've been married, but so she's 30, he's 34. I mean, this sounds like a huge issue. I think, again, and also who runs out on a fight like that? You know, like, to me, that's kind of an immature thing as well. Like,
Right, well, the setup
even
was
if it was a
immature,
big
so
thing.
he's
Yeah.
on that line.
He had to get out of the
It's
house.
not immature plan.
Yeah.
It's an immature life.
So I don't know. My final advice to this woman is, look, this doesn't sound like a good relationship, because if you guys are fighting about this, it's gonna get worse. When he goes through his midlife crisis, you guys aren't gonna make it, okay? So let's just cut him off at the pass, and just, you know, get those divorce papers going.
Yeah, true. I would say try maybe one more time, and divorce is $800 now.
But what does
cheap.
What does
That's
try? You mean just like forgive him after this?
See why he's cheating. What did I do? There's something underlying. Like,
I think this guy's in the right, though. I think she smells like pee. Dude, I legit think this woman smells like pee.
I know.
Like I said, I like the arrogance of people writing the questions. And also, when he said I smelled like pee, she got very defensive, even in her own propaganda to us. I was like, lady, you're getting mad at me, the guy who's just hearing you talking about smelling like pee.
Don't get mad at Jake.
Yeah.
Jake didn't do anything.
Yeah, Jake don't even know if you smell like pee, but he's got his sneaking suspicions. I think she smells like pee.
I got my notions.
Yeah.
There's an odor in the air.
I think she needs to get a bidet. For one thing, I think I helped that with that.
Yes.
I think she needs to wash her clothes more.
BD.
I think she needs to take a shower more. Or like, figure out where the scent is coming from. Look, I had to get stuff for my clothes to put in the washing machine because it would, like, we weren't using dryer sheets and stuff like that. I noticed I was getting kind of that moldy kind of, you know, because we live in a basement. I was smelling like those guys in Parasite. My smell was crossing the line, and I knew it was crossing the line. I didn't have to have Mr. Kim tell me, you know. I didn't have to overhear that shit. I took like if I was the CEO of something, I would kick me right the fuck out of the limousine, you know. And so I put myself in check. I didn't wait till somebody said, "Hey, Jake, you kind of smell like a moldy basement." How dare you? I didn't do that. That's what she's doing. She needs to fucking like take a look in the mirror, find her best fucking friend in the world who will be honest to her. Ask her if you smell like pee. All right? Because again, that's details you left out. Did you get confirmation that you don't smell like pee?
Right.
No, I did.
Linda, do I smell like pee?
Yeah.
Be honest. Come on, girl.
And look, man, maybe she's not good with confrontation if she breaks eye contact at all. Do I smell like pee? Anything than a quick no, that means yes.
If Linda's eyes dart to the right, you smell like pee.
If anything other than no, who the fuck said that? If it's any, well, lots of people have different pheromones and lots of soaps react different on the skin and blah 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 blah. Any of that bullshit right there. If she just kind of fucking just kind of spills her rosé on herself at brunch and it's just let me go. I gotta use the bathroom real quick. No pun intended. And then she gets up. That means you definitely smell like pee. So I suspect, madam, that you do smell like pee. First of all, if not, the guy is kind of a dick. But also, I've been backed up on YouTube comments. I've not been reading this.
Oh, wow.
Joel on YouTube says, "Oh yes, I may have been having audio problems earlier." He says that the guest mics need to be a little hotter. Suzanne could come up too. I think I was using my laptop mic actually, as opposed to these mics. So Joel, does it sound better now? And can you hear when I tap on this?
I can hear that.
Yeah, you can hear that. I think we can hear in our audio. Yeah, sorry if that's the case, but no, thank you, Joel, for letting us know.
Thank you for telling us.
I'm still not sure if I'm using the right audio or not. I'm pretty sure I am. Let me know if you can hear that. Let me know if you can hear the smack on the mic. If not, then I need to fuck with some shit probably while we're reading the next question. If so, then awesome. Then it's fixed. Let's see. Joel says, I should have got him a calendar as a wedding gift instead of song suggestions. Yeah, because I didn't know what day of the week. Yeah, I'm backed up on the 7 p.m. is when Amy says the thing at the stand is. For hooray for blues. Yes, 7
October 14th at the stand.
Joel said sounds much better. Yeah, whatever I did, I think fixed it.
Okay, great.
Husband sounds pissed off. Da-da-ting. Yes, he does, Joel. Fucking A.
He was pissed off from the gate.
Right?
That was great. It's a great comment.
Joel says, give him a nose clip and tell him to go to get licking.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yes. Because if he thinks that you smell like pee, he ain't
off of her.
Yeah. He's not going down there.
No way he is.
He's not going down to the basement.
Again, as I just said, I don't blame him. I think you smell like pee. I don't want to go to your basement either. Amy on YouTube says, husband sounds like he's blaming her because he is actually the one that smells like pee.
Oh, we didn't even think of that.
You think he's the pee smeller?
So if
he's smelling himself?
If you deny it, you supplied it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Isn't that?
I mean,
you dealt it.
I think those.
You dealt it. That's what I meant.
I think these cute little sayings are with farts and not smelling like human urine. Which again, I really think this lady smells like urine. I know I can't smell her, but I have my suspicions.
I don't know if I've ever farted and it smelled like pee before.
Right?
I'm not saying it hasn't happened.
The only things I've ever done that smell like pee is peeing, and that's fucking it. Everything else that smells like pee. Can't be confused. Let's see. Joel says he may have come up with this question because she didn't respond when he asked, "Can you try to be less psychotic?" Joel says Jake takes spanking the monkey to a whole new level.
Yes.
That's true.
Yeah, well, again, it's when he refers to his own monkey as a domestic terrorist, God knows what happens behind closed doors.
I don't spank the monkey. I waterboard it in a CIA black prison. You know? One of those to where it's like, hey, this Connex is technically part of like Lebanon, so I can do whatever the fuck I want in here. You know?
Planet of the Apes over there?
Oh yeah. Full on. I mean, like CIA torture for this thing.
Oh man.
Yeah. It's the only way I can get off.
Oh, wow. Well, I think that we helped that woman immensely.
Yeah, absolutely. Take a shower and CIA torture your husband's dick. He won't like it at first, but then at the end of the day, you'll be the only woman for him.
I'm gonna waterboard your dick.
Yes!
Yeah!
We are taking our next question on the Love Gurus Podcast. People, if you have a question to write into the podcast, write it to loveguruspodcast@yahoo.com or watch live every single Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. We are going to take one more from the Wild Savages on Reddit.
Next question. My girlfriend's mother wants me to give her a list of all of my assets so that her lawyer can make a will for me. I'm 34, my girlfriend is 32. Her mother is setting up my girlfriend's will and offered to do mine as well. She then requested that I give her a list of all of my assets so that she can give it to her lawyer. They've never given me such information about themselves, and they didn't offer to trade info in this case. So it'd be just like me giving them all of my information in terms of investments, inheritance, meanwhile knowing none of this about them. All this being said, I am uncomfortable. I feel like it's a bad idea. I feel like they also don't need that sort of information about me. But I don't want my girlfriend to think that I don't trust her or her mother. Am I overthinking this?
Well, what? Are they married?
Yeah.
No, he's very clear in saying that it's his girlfriend.
I'm only gonna give you my fucking Netflix account. What the fuck are you talking about?
This has scam written all over
setup,
it. Because also, I'm not even, when he says girlfriend, this could be his, Russian online girlfriend. We don't even know if he's
I don't know how long they've been together.
There's person in real life. Yeah, I don't know. But also, this sounds like rich people problems. You know what I mean? If someone were like, let Suzanne list all your assets, I'd be like, well, I went to the ATM 2 weeks ago and I have $10 left. So,
I love what an opposite problem this is from the last piss smelly question.
Right? You really jumped the shark.
Yeah. The last lady smelled like urine. This guy's got assets.
Grown up as fuck.
Yeah.
Dude.
These are all rich people problems.
This is rich people.
The last guy left.
back
already.
Yeah,
he could afford a hotel or someone's crib.
Yeah, he did something. Yeah, exactly.
I don't know, man. I think if you smell if you stay with a piss-smelling woman for that long, you are not in the Illuminati. You know, I think that last guy, he was broke as fuck,
dude.
Dude.
Working in toward that goal.
Yeah, maybe he stayed at his mistress's house.
Yeah.
I hope he gets it. You know what I mean? I hope his mistress is sitting there and she's like, baby, you don't have to be with piss-smelling woman. You know, I don't know why she's Russian, but and my thing is, no, we don't piss unless you pay us to piss. You know?
That's disgusting that you
that is extra.
American woman smell like that. But yeah, so this is so weird. Yeah, as Uni pointed out, because A, they're not married. B, he makes, I guess, a valid point in that he's giving this information that's normally this is that. But it also might just be something where the mother is trying to decide if this man is good enough for her daughter. So maybe it's that kind of situation, not arranged marriage necessarily, but they're kind of trying to suss out, is this guy going to be good enough? So they're going about it in this weird ass way of saying, oh, just list out your net worth, please, and then we'll make up a will for you. But also your will, it can be very generic. It can just say everything to so-and-so. Because also, that's the next question, isn't it? Here's a list of my assets. Where are those going? Because if you have, a Roth IRA or something like that, you list your beneficiaries in, whoever the financial provider is. It's, but if you had, a suitcase of gold in your closet, obviously you would need to let them know.
I hope this guy's a fucking leprechaun.
I'm
not telling me mother-in-law about me gold or me Lucky Charms. She's always trying to give them.
Probably is. That's dope.
But yeah.
Every time it rains, there's me mother-in-law waiting at the rainbow with a curling iron.
I feel a leprechaun would know not to ask this question.
Yeah, a leprechaun would be like, fuck you.
Well,
I'm going to take this all to my grave. That's why I bury my gold all the time.
He's going with me.
And also his age. He's 34. I'm not saying that something tragic couldn't happen, but it's not like he's sort of in the sunset of his life thinking, because that's a different issue. If you were 89 and you were dating someone and the mom was like, let me see your assets. I guess would make sense, but he's so young. It's, again, I think that it's either A, a total scam, or B, they're trying to assess out if he is good enough for the daughter to marry.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what would you do if someone asked you for that information, Chris? Would you
No.
tell them to fuck
I would
right
keep
off?
that. Yeah, I would keep that separate.
Yeah.
The
What do you guys?
relationship and my financial situation until we got married.
But what about
And
after
I see
marriage?
well, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Or not the mother, her and I.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You would say, so with your partner, you would say...
I would say we'll go see a financial advisor or something
together,
like that.
yeah. Okay, yeah.
And then both say where are the assets going once, or God forbid one of us dies. Yeah.
See, I don't know. I kind of like, this is my biggest fear, is marrying someone and then they're like, oh, by the way, I'm $100,000.
Yeah.
Like not like student loan debt. That's different. But just being like straight up, I've got $120K in credit cards.
Yeah.
Glad we're married now because that is shared debt. Like that is my biggest fear.
Oh, not even the bank. I mean, if I don't get $5,000 by Friday, I'm gonna be running around like Pope and Grundy Schmidt. I took my thumbs, Charlie.
The old bookie.
Hook my thumbs.
That's real bad.
Yeah, that I think would be the worst. So okay, so we've assessed that this is a bad idea. But now what happens if the girlfriend says, "Well, you don't trust my mother." Like how does he say it to her without, because his concern is that the girlfriend will think that she doesn't trust him. So how does he tiptoe around this subject?
You're like, I don't know your mom. What are you talking about?
Yeah, she's
I don't know that lady.
Yeah.
What?
Because I also think...
Tyler on YouTube says, just remember this was on and joined. Thank you, Tyler.
Yeah!
Glad you're here.
But yeah, exactly. Because also the one thing that he does leave out of the question is how long they've been together, right? Mm-hmm. Because my guess is, again, they've been together 3 months. Like, this is not because he would say, if it was valid information or something that would help his case, he would say, oh, we've been together for 7 years, we have a child, so that makes sense. But no, this is his Tinder date that he met 2 weeks ago. Basically. And it's like, oh, what's your net worth? I'm like to just, my lawyer will draw up papers, Like, I don't know. Again, because how loaded is her girlfriend's family?
We don't know. It could be a whole
Fargo
business.
Have a lawyer on retainer? Yeah, oh yeah.
I hope that he's never actually met any of them. They're like, my girlfriend, she is a Nigerian prince.
Yeah.
And her whole family wants to know
that
what the hell
would
I
be hilarious.
Joel on YouTube says, glad you could join us, Pineapple. He says, yes, at Tyler, I just called you Pineapple in front of the whole world. I like that the comment section is roasting each other.
Yeah.
That's
you
fun.
guys roast each other.
Yes.
Better than us.
Is that YouTube? Yeah.
Yeah, YouTube gets brutal, man.
Yeah.
Once you put yourself out there, you better have a thick skin.
Dude, it's like Reddit, but with videos. I fucking love it. It's evil. YouTube is evil.
I guess it'd be good to write your own roast jokes. Anyway, but yeah, so okay, so what's our final advice for this person? Do you think? I think that he should just end the relationship because this sounds shady as fuck. Like, there's no way this is going someplace great.
I mean, he should do what I did when the first time I met my now mother-in-law. She did ask to see my assets, and I just kindly looked at her and I went, "Ha ha! You think I got assets? I got assets, dummy! No, crippling debt. I have crippling debt. They took my thumb, mother-in-law. They took my thumb.
Mother-in-law.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Do you guys think that they should break up or stay together?
Stay together.
Really?
And try to work this part out.
Chris, you were so forgiving. You told the last couple they should stay together.
Try one more time. You can't just end it like some... Because everybody's so irrational when they're upset. Breathe. I work with kids, so you have to all right, calm down. Take a moment. Why'd you throw the doo-doo? You know what I mean? Yeah. Stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
I love ending things.
I love not even starting things.
Yeah, I love it.
It took all of me not to text you today to say, I'm not coming. I'm not coming. I hate doing shit.
I love playing exit plans.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah,
He's fantasizing about breaking up with a woman right now. I
little-
can see it. He's like happy about
His
it.
motivation to get a woman
You
is
always
to break
gotta
up
have
with
an
her.
exit plan. You always gotta have an exit plan. Always.
Like Robert De Niro in Heat. Don't
Gotcha.
get into
Exactly.
anything you
Great
can't walk
movie.
away
Like,
from in
no,
30
exactly.
seconds.
Like Casinos.
Yep.
Like,
Uh-huh.
I'm not.
Fucking A.
You're not gonna
Ernie's
leave me
like-
in debt.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here.
And he's like, your hangnail rubbed me the wrong way. I'm out. I'm out. Exit plan.
I heard a question today that smelled like pee, and I don't like you anymore. I'm out.
At least I don't smell like piss like your last fiance, Linda. How dare you?
Oh man, yeah. I mean, fair enough. Okay, well, I think we answered that question.
Joel on YouTube says, "Hey, Sonny, what's your net worth? Hey, Ma, how deep is your throat?"
Oh,
You know,
wow.
I like that he just.
Hey, you know what? That's a fair question.
Yeah,
Context of that,
it's two.
hey.
Yeah.
It's two different kinds of safety
Both
deposit
invasive,
boxes.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Both rude and invasive in different ways.
I really hope the mom is like really clean cut, like Old Money, Connecticut or something like that, and then the son just does exactly what Joel said and just Andrew Dice Clays her. You know what I mean?
Right.
How deep is your throat, bitch?
That'll be the best case
Oh.
scenario. Best case, she's from Connecticut.
Yeah.
Some blue collar fuck.
Yeah. Some like rich Bostonian.
What are your assets before you marry my daughter? Lady, what the fuck are assets?
Yeah.
Is that like a fancy pair of blue jeans? What is that? I have no idea.
Yeah, it's there's definitely a disconnect, and so but I think we answered that question. Break up.
I think so too. Just be kind of shitty to the mother. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could be shitty to the
Oh,
mom.
For the
Okay.
rest of her life.
Just be.
Or just be like, why though? Give me your assets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least ask that. Like, let me see yours.
It was
Once
such
I
a-
have your PIN number for your bank card, then we'll talk.
Right. But that was such a harder question than the last one because I feel the last question can be answered by take a fucking shower, whereas this one requires like thinking. You know what I mean? This requires like
More
how do I
context.
deal with?
I know. I heard assets, and I turned off. I'm like,
Yeah, I was like,
No, this
oh,
ain't gonna
shit,
be for me.
no, I don't know anything about assets unless it's porn.
You guys speaking Croatian or something? Because I don't. What are you talking about?
Assets, you mean-
Fiduciary? That
You mean
sounds
paycheck?
stupid.
I know paycheck. I don't have
as far as
assets.
I
I'm not upgraded to assets yet.
I know paycheck, and I can show you where it all goes.
Yeah.
Assets?
I can show you my W-2.
Yeah, I pay my rent by stapling a dollar bill to a piece of paper. So.
Making it an airplane and throwing it to the landlord.
I paid rent last month by winning Squid Game. That's how I did it. I have the opposite of assets. It was fucking rough.
Yeah. Awesome sauce. Well, I think we answered that question.
Absolutely.
Should we help
Next
more people?
question on the Love Gurus podcast. People, if you have questions to write in, write them to loveguruspodcast@yahoo.com or tune in live every single Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube. We're going to take another one from the Maniacs on a little website called Reddit.
Next question. My wife hid her apartment rental income from me. Oh, another money question. Okay, we can do it, okay, guys?
Yeah, we're
Assets. Assets.
I got savings account. We got this.
You know she doesn't smell like pee.
Right.
Lady from the first question. Listen to this, and this is your role model now. Look at
Yeah.
that. Piss
You gotta get
doesn't
more
come up in this
sophisticated.
question.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so again, my wife hid her rental income from me. My wife is 33 and I'm 43. We met 2 years ago and have been married for 1 year. When we got married, I agreed to pay for all of the household bills, mortgage, utilities, etc., even though it's a bit of a sacrifice for me. She only pays half of the groceries and her own car. At the time, she explained that she had family in Bulgaria who she had to fully support. So I agreed to pay all of our household bills that amount to 60% of my salary. Plus, as a man, I don't mind paying.
No.
No.
As a
Yeah.
man, you're old. You probably bad as fuck.
Yeah.
Your pussy was too wet. And you lost all composure and common sense. That's exactly what happened to me.
Got to a few days ago, I talked to one of the relatives on the phone, and they were asking for plane tickets. Come to find out, my wife does not support them at all. She confessed to me that she has a luxury apartment in Bulgaria and gets $2,400 a month from renting it out, and she's been saving all of that money on the side. I'm so angry with her. Should I move out? How can I trust her after this? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I kind of feel like I want to high five the wife in this situation.
No,
You know
yeah.
what I'm saying?
No.
Like,
Absolutely.
yeah, she's like, oh, like
You got out
she's-
hustled.
Yeah, he just got out hustled. Like, she's younger.
She lied. I don't know if he got hustled. You know what I mean? Because she's lying. How does he know?
You known the bitch for a year.
Does he know?
That's how you know. You don't know. That's the
she
point.
has that apartment?
Yeah.
Probably not, right?
Okay. So wait.
So she doesn't. He doesn't know she has that.
Right.
Estate in
He didn't
Bulgaria.
know that she had the
If
apartment.
she's lying about that, she's gonna lie about everything else, and that's just the stepping stone within the year of them together. So definitely leave. And I'm the one that says stay.
No,
leave.
So I agree with you. However, I think that if it's a situation where I think you should always be in a situation where you can get out. You know, as you pointed out, always have an exit plan, right? And so a lot of that times that means having some sort of financial nest egg. Okay. So we don't know how much money she's making in, you know, wherever she's living now, like assuming it's the U.S. She is paying for some stuff, but it's, you know, so she's obviously squirreling away money for something. Now, a year in is soon to, like, get your nest egg, you know, but if it had been 10 years and he was, like, a controlling husband, that's different.
I mean, the fact that she divulged it is a little bit of,
that redeems her a bit.
Points for that, but they're saying that she's not supporting the people back in Bulgaria, right? So those are two strikes. She's keeping the income from the apartment or whatever, and the money that she's saying she's giving to the...
But what about this situation? What if she had been upfront with it and said, listen, I get this $2,400 a month, but I don't want to give you that money. And he also made the reason why I'm against this guy is because he made the comment, plus I'm a man, so I don't mind paying. You know what I mean? Like,
you didn't just add that?
Huh?
You just add that?
He
said that?
Yeah,
you heard that. Yeah, you heard that.
That's what I'm saying.
That's hilarious.
That's what I'm saying.
That's great.
Fuck this guy. Like, so he's upset, but he also said this sentence that he doesn't mind paying because he's the man. Well, then fuck you. She's going to make all this money on the side.
Right.
And fuck you.
She used his toxic masculinity against him, as you should.
As you should.
Thank
you.
Much like that dirty
use your perceived strength as a weakness. Is this easy to cut and case to me? Next question. It's easy. This is the easiest one of all. The next one's harder than this.
No, much. I think this is a very similar question. Much like that dirty, piss-smelling woman from the first question. This guy instantly got defensive about the fact that here's the thing. If my wife just kind of told me one day, by the way, honey, we have an extra $2,400 coming in a month, I would consider that a glass is 8 halves full kind of problem. All right, you just tripled our net worth. Oh my God! Like this is amazing.
Oh, I see.
So I'm like, what do you? This is good news for one thing, and then also where I think I think there's a reason she kept it from you, and it might not necessarily be like, oh, she's planning on leaving you. So once like that might be part of it, and like, hey, maybe you should be upset or whatever. But what I think it is I think there's a reason she didn't want you to know about the money. I think you're bad with money. I think that first lady smells like piss. I think your bank account looks like piss. You know, the last lady pisses on herself, and you piss away money, sir. That's what I think is going on.
I mean, he's pissing away money now.
Yeah. 100%.
He wasn't pissing away money before you met her.
Yeah. But I think you brought up some valid points. So either A, he's bad with money, or, you know, as we said before, she is kind of taking him for a ride a little bit, and she's like, listen, I'm going to, I'm going to live somewhere, then I'm going to go back to Bulgaria, assuming she's from there, and then live myself in this luxury apartment, and, thank you for playing game over kind of situation.
Well, and the part about, like, I'm a dude, I can pay for stuff, sounds like you're kind of being, like, defensive and shit, you know what I mean? But it's also, like, I would be pissed off if my wife was bringing in that kind of money and I was covering all the fucking rent.
Yeah, that's my thing. If you want to end up going 50-50, all right.
Yeah.
Like, but you literally told me 60% of your income. Like, bro, come on.
That's exactly what I was
half the groceries?
Yeah.
Not even full groceries?
Yeah.
She's from Bulgaria. She ain't eating shit anyway.
That's exactly what I was going to say. He's
I've been to Europe. They eat slim.
You know what a Bulgarian sandwich is? The wrapper that a real sandwich comes in. Yeah. It's rough over there.
Yeah. No, again, you guys said exactly what I was going to say. He's complaining that he has 40% of his salary left to do with whatever he wants to after that. It's like, you're rich. Like, you're rich. And, again, like, someone who has that much of their salary left over at the end of the day, like,
just fuck right off. Like, you're fine. Like, pay for your younger wife and
Just
get over it.
I like that.
As we discussed, I lost a thumb trying to pay rent, Pope of Greenwich Village style, last month with 100%
You got
of my
the
salary.
bamboozled. It's gonna be
Yeah.
cheaper. It's gonna be hard to divorce her now. So now you gotta.
Yeah, that's what you definitely don't want.
You're screwed. You lost. You lost.
Oh,
son.
Joel on YouTube says, assets, I have the complete Taboo series on DVD.
Ooh,
Hey,
okay.
what's Taboo? Is that porn?
No, it's the game, right?
Taboo?
Wait, or is he saying it's a DVD series?
DVD series, yeah.
Did they make a show about that? That's not an asset. That's a deficit of
I'm
anything.
googling that right now. I only know it as the board
I think
game.
they did make that.
Oh, Tim on YouTube. Welcome, Tim. He says, whether Becky's cleavage is rather revealing, she says she's using her assets. She once tended bar.
Oh my god, they totally met at a bar and she was the bartender.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Well,
She's
there
tending
you go.
bar and she's bringing in $2,400 of rent money. Matt
Damon's wife is a bartender.
Really?
Yeah, she's smoking hot.
Why is she tending bar if she's married to Matt Damon?
Yeah, she doesn't anymore.
Oh, I was just saying. I was
she
like-
tended that bar, if you know what I'm saying.
I like the idea.
Yeah.
that bar and burnt it down.
I do like the idea of a lady going to work every day like, listen, I know you bring in like $34 million a year making movies and off royalties, but like I want to add something. And so I'm going to go work.
I just need to
weekends.
feel a little independent.
I think she just wants to meet other people, and he's probably boring as fuck in real life.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I
But yeah,
can't
no,
be here tonight.
he's Matt Damon's wife was a bartender when they met. Now they're still like totally in love and married.
Oh, they still in love? That's
Yeah.
Joel on YouTube says, my cleavage has dropped down to one big lump. It looks similar to a gunt. Tyler on YouTube says,
Wait, let me just
you
picture
said
Joel's
ass.
gut quickly.
that's a dirty word. It's called a vagina. Anyway,
too much to say.
Tim on YouTube says, maybe he is irresponsible with cash. Yeah, fucking A, dude.
Yes,
Yeah.
a very good point, Tim. I agree with you. Yeah, that's definitely a possibility. Yeah. So my final advice for this guy is look, you are just a whiny little boy and shut your mouth. That's it. Okay. Who else has something to add?
You just gotta take the L, man. You gotta bamboozled. That's really what happened to you.
Yeah,
There's no
I mean,
way.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have
There's no
ordered
way
that bride.
Yeah, there's no way she's saving up money
Yeah.
to not leave you.
Right.
Like, you met her.
Yeah.
I mean, the
Yeah.
fact that he's this
Or
glasses-
payback. Like,
Payback.
get her back somehow.
Yeah, yeah.
How?
He might have fucked with one of her friends, and this is like some
Yeah.
kind
Yeah,
of
you can go
Netflix
emotional.
special.
Fuck money, go emotional.
I
Like,
think,
you remember
I
Michelle
know. I don't.
from
Fuck her
college?
mom.
I think that she would if he said that to her, she's like, I had sex with your best friend Michelle. She would be like,
I have $2,400
Michelle's
this month.
Michelle's doing
I
the exact
married
same
you
thing that
for-
I am. I
Yeah.
don't give a shit.
It's all a network scam, baby.
I married you for money, not love. Michelle does the part of job. I do not like lifting up your gun and giving you tug job. That is not my favorite part of job. My favorite part of my job is spending your money. I want Michelle to tug your nasty little prick, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Michelle was man before.
Yeah. It's,
You got a
yeah.
nice 40-year-old.
Yeah, no, I think he's a glasses half empty kind of guy. Look, man, you're married to somebody who's making fucking good money. Like, what do you want? It's not
He
like
wants some of that money.
well, then, yeah, like tell her like if you're going, I'm the man, I don't have to pay for anything. Well, then if you don't mind paying for anything, what the fuck are you talking about,
Oh, yeah,
man?
you got the
Why are
point.
you writing the
Yeah.
email?
You got the
Then
point.
It's
why
not
are you writing
Good
email?
point.
It's
But he's
not-
not. He does mind.
He
Yeah.
does mine. He does mine.
But also, I honestly think that the reason why he's upset is just because he wants to fully control her, and he found out that he doesn't, and that's
Yeah,
what he's
sure.
that's what he's really mad about.
That's what he thought he was.
He doesn't care about paying the
Yeah.
money. He doesn't
'Cause
really
he's
care
like,
about
I'm
that.
paying for like
It's just
basically
Yeah.
a kind of a slavish a little bit.
yeah, he doesn't have complete control over her. So,
I got another bottle too, so we're good.
yeah. Well, should we?
You ain't got control of the shit, man. That's the lesson. I don't know how you don't learn that.
Yeah. Well, should we open the second bottle? We can introduce it before our next question.
Yeah, $100.
Yeah.
Talk
Okay.
amongst yourselves. I'll be right back.
Yeah, but yeah. So it's what do you think? This guy again. Like, let's speculate on how they met. So we set a bar. I think that this might be like an online thing. I don't know. I've never been to Bulgaria, nor do I know anyone who's been.
Some of the best and worst sex I've ever had was in Bulgaria.
Was in Bulgaria?
I'll tell you that
Yeah.
right now. Yeah.
What my brother told me. Let me just look up. I think I know where it is geographically, but I'm not sure. My brother told me that he once went to Croatia and he wanted to give He didn't have any money left except for an American $20 bill, and he went to go give it to a Croatian stripper, and she wouldn't accept it for what a $20 American bill will buy in Croatia, if that makes sense.
I think euro. Do they use euros in Croatia?
That's a whole thing right now, right, with Brexit?
Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know if Croatia does. But, so Bulgaria is on the other side of Greece. Got it. Okay.
Yeah, it's near, like, say, Italy's here. It's right over there.
It's like over. Yeah.
I dated a girl that.
It's from
Croatian.
Bulgaria? Oh,
Croatian,
Croatia.
sorry.
Okay.
I think euros are still higher than the dollar.
Yeah. They use,
yeah.
In Croatia, they use crow dollars. They are made from the skin of actual dead crows. It's fucking wild over there, man.
It's hard. That's
I would
why.
love to see you try to that joke over there.
Well, you could
actually be like,
you can make a point on how smart they are and hard they are to catch.
No, I was shitting
So,
on
like,
people in Croatia. That's what I was doing. Just
you were trying to give him something. I can fix this, man. You can
Nope.
fix anything.
Yeah.
Nope.
Did not say that joke with hopes of headlining in Croatia. I was not hoping to go viral in Croatia. Although, if you guys like the joke, man, you want to book us, Love Gurus Podcast. We'll do
We
a live
will
podcast in
totally
Croatia.
come to Croatia,
Yeah.
and Jake will totally tell the joke again.
Yes, or I will apologize in front of your prime minister. Or emperor. I don't know what you have in Croatia. I don't know. Do you have dukes? I don't know. I'll apologize in front of the Croatian duke.
Who's in
They're
charge
just-
over there?
Yeah. What do you guys
No
think,
one's in
man?
charge over here, really.
I'm not gonna get my fucking head lopped off by the queen, am I? Am I gonna get?
Oh,
I'm not gonna be getting murdered. I can only imagine what a Croatian queen does to when she murders people. It's like biblical,
She
right?
sounds hot, though.
Well,
She's hot, man, but she's gonna murder me like a really bad Saw movie. You know what I mean? One that has no story. It's just relying on the goriness of.
I think it's, because Croatia very much like pushes tourism and stuff like that. So therefore, I think it's a very slippery slope once you're on the wrong side of the law.
Yeah, there's gonna be tourists, and that's their only tourist attraction is shitty stand-up comics getting tortured to death in front of the queen, and so there's gonna be tourists taking selfies. Just they start with his toes here, And
I don't know.
It's,
That's how it feels like to perform at some places in New York, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's slow
They're
death in a lot of
not
these
actually
places.
doing it, but it feels
I feel
like
that.
Yeah. You just last seen in Bravehearted my soul. This shitty fucking.
Didn't they come up with the Yugo? That's where the Yugo came from.
What's the Yugo?
Oh.
The car in the 90s and 80s.
Oh.
Yes.
It's a small, POS.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, at the time,
It-
it was very luxurious.
No
I like
way.
it.
No way.
That was a rat.
I think that we've been shitting on Croatia for the past 5 minutes, but we're like, we don't want to talk about the Yugo. You know what I mean? We want to.
We don't wanna go there.
He said, I know how they feel about the
I don't want to
Yugo.
Yeah.
make engineers feel bad. That seems wrong. Seems like I'm not going to go to heaven if I do that.
I mean, talking about the Yugo to Croatians, that's like dissing Manny Pacquiao to people from the Philippines. We can't do that.
Oh, do not talk about Manny Pacquiao in the Philippines. You will get your eyes gouged out. You will get your eyes gouged out.
Oh, yeah. Let's see. Joel on YouTube says, by the way, yes, Taboo is a porn series. I don't really own it.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
nice.
the ticket. I don't own it. Joel says, I brought a cute little Croatian home with me today. It was the Croatian pistol I mentioned a couple weeks back.
Oh, wow.
Croatian's a theme, huh?
Yeah, I like that he has a gun from Croatia. That sounds shady as fuck.
Right.
You know? Yeah. Are they the most accurate? No, but they will hit somebody when you sneak up behind them, and they don't leave fingerprints.
It sounds
Croatian
like
pistols.
it sounds like, for some reason to me, it sounds like a gun that's made out of salt.
Like
I don't know why.
one shot, all evidence disappears.
One shot,
It
yeah.
uses gunpowder
Just
by the
dissolves
pores,
into
and
the-
you might lose a thumb.
Not the best for target practice, but Croatian pistols have no serial numbers. You don't
Yeah.
even need to fire them.
You just look it off.
Tim on YouTube says Prime Minister. I googled it. Fucking A, man.
Oh,
Yeah.
great. Thanks, Tim. Oh,
Yeah.
we needed a fact checker, that's for sure.
Yeah, I hope that everything we said about Croatia is so wrong. I hope it's just like a lesser known.
I don't think there's anything worried about that.
Yeah. I hope they go over there and it's just sort of like a more obscure Greta Thunberg country where they're like, we just want to help environment and make people drive nicer cars that don't fuck up the ozone layer, and our prisoners stay in hotels. Like it's. I hope that's the way it is over there.
Yeah,
that'd be cool.
Me too.
Oh, Tim on YouTube says Zoran Milanovic is the guy. Oh, fucking I know Zoran.
I mean, that sounds like a person I would have you murdered.
Yeah. Zoran murders you himself.
Yeah.
He's just like,
he doesn't
bring him before you. I use my own sword.
Yeah.
He's not scared of Putin.
But that
you know we have people for this, sir. Like, nah, man. That's not the point.
I didn't get to this position to
American presidents have golf. I have swords and prisoners.
This
Come
is my
here.
goal.
I hit hole-in-one every time.
Awesome. Well, so I think we answered that question. Should we introduce our second semi-sponsor?
Yes, absolutely. Actually, let me finish this glass so I can do it.
Oh, wow. Aggressive.
Chug,
but
chug,
it's
chug,
the Love
chug,
Gurus.
chug.
We're known
It
to
is.
be aggressive sometimes.
That's true. I did need to get rid of that one so I could have a little bit of
You
this
gotta
one.
hit
And
off that.
here's, Anybody want some of the next one? If you guys want some, it's right
Okay,
here.
cool.
Let's see. I think I'm staying on that. All right. So. This one's right.
I like that better.
I do too.
My
Let me
palate.
read the
Really?
back of this. Yeah. Oh, this is nice.
Because
yeah.
I have a secret about that wine.
You got a secret about the wine? Oh shit! Let's hear the secret, people. We are going to take our next question on. Oh wait, no. More Croatian facts from Tim on YouTube.
Yeah.
Lots of Croatian in the 44095. The
must be a zip
Croatian.
code.
Yeah. Oh, that is a zip code. I thought. Yeah, I had no fucking idea. I was like, I mean.
I was about to call it.
Unless-
What state is that?
Yeah. You know.
Come
Is
on.
that before Christ,
It's kind
or-
of, it's kind of got to be in a Drake song. Otherwise, I don't know
Right?
what zip code you're talking
Gotta be one
about.
of the East Coast big cities. No offense.
Yeah, The Weeknd maybe. I don't know.
He says the Croatian Liberty Home, particularly center and restaurant, is right across from my neighborhood. Actually,
Oh wow.
I'm German/Irish.
Wow.
Joel says same thing happened in Arkansas. Dude, Croatians sound nice. I wish I didn't just shit on them for
Yeah.
5 fucking minutes, knowing absolutely nothing about them
I'm sure they're
other than the
lovely.
name of the country.
Yeah.
If it makes you feel any better, Vevera is a name from Czechoslovakia, and that's probably over there, and it probably sucks too.
It's probably over there.
It's just right by there.
I don't know if
Yeah.
it exists anymore. I don't know
Yeah,
the
dude.
geopolitical system.
Dude, they might have got massacred by the other Vakians, you know what I mean? I don't fucking know. That happens every 10 years. We only hear about it, in passing.
You guys fled to America where you weren't hunted.
Yeah. They were like, dude, Czechoslovakians fine. All the other Vakians, though, they get fucking testy in the springtime. I don't know what fucking happens.
It's that pollen makes you go crazy.
Yeah. The Hutus and the Tutsis came all the way over here and ganged up on us. It was the one thing they're hooking together. It's like, you're from where? What the fuck?
Hilarious.
And you're here to take out the Czechoslovakians? They were like, yeah, we threw a fucking dart in a map and it landed on you guys. And now we're here
100%.
we shook on it. You know what I mean? We spit in the hand, we fucking shook, and now you guys gotta go. And that was how the revolution happened.
Yeah. But perfect. So we should we do our next question? Or do you want to plug that wine, or?
Yes. Let's plug the wine. People, this is a goddamn delicious Pinot Grigio. It is called Volando. I fucking love the name of that. Look, Volando. It is from Frascati, Italy. It is a nice dry one too, man. I like a nice dry Pinot Grigio, and this one fucking does it, man. Really fucking good up front. Hits you right in the palate. And then a nice smooth finish, man. So I love this one.
That bottle was $7.
This was $7.
Yeah. Normally for the podcast, my budget is $12, and I saw this. I thought, yeah.
Yeah,
You can get 2 of those.
Yeah.
dude. And if you look at the cover, it's like airplanes in like a V formation, but they're spraying rainbows.
Yeah,
I
that's
like the
pretty
idea of that.
Volando.
Pretty good.
Yeah, dude, it's like
Pretty good cover.
LGBTQ friendly pilots. They're like, I'm gonna bomb the shit out of this heteronormative wedding, and that's what they do.
You don't know if they're bomber planes or not.
Those are bomber planes, bro. Look at that.
Yeah.
Those are bomber planes. Those are
This
They definitely
distance,
are.
I thought it was alien.
Yeah, I didn't know it was plane type. Nah, you're right. Definitely
That's
planes
a
for war.
P-32.
Definitely not passengers on planes.
I heard this entire province was using problematic language on Twitter. Now you die. Now you die. Were they over 4 feet tall? Then they were a military-age male, and they're a terrorist.
Where's Chappelle's next special? We're gonna bomb.
Is Dave Chappelle in this province of Croatia? Fuck Croatia. I heard Chappelle's visiting here. But no, legit, this is a fucking great bottle. Volando Pinot Grigio for $7. It tastes like a $12 bottle. It's amazing.
It does taste like more than $7.
Right?
Yeah.
It's fucking good.
There you go. There you go.
Volando Pinot Grigio. Get you some. Now to take our next question from the wild animals on Reddit.
Actually, last question. Yeah, or well, if we do a lightning round. Okay, anyway.
Joel on YouTube says, plug the wine. Wasn't that a song by War? Very nice. Very nice. Yes.
Wow, now it makes so much more sense.
Yeah.
The goddamn bomber planes.
Okay, so next question. My boyfriend's intense fear of flying is ruining our relationship. I have a job offer that includes flying. What should I do? He's okay with cars, driving long journeys, and trains, but flying is where his intense fear kicks in. We live in England, so we can reach some holiday destinations by train, car, or ferry, but it hinders us in some ways, as it has in the 3 years that we've been together. I've skipped out on holidays with friends and family because of his fear. The times that I've been on my own, he was incredibly anxious. He'd had some negative experiences with flying when he was younger, and he found it downright traumatic. I'm 30 and he's 25, so friends are getting married left and right. I don't want to miss out on destination weddings because of his fear. Even worse, I have this great new job offer that involves flying to Italy twice a month. I'm nervous about telling him because I think it's such a great opportunity because we could fly there together, and then on days after work, we could have a short weekend or a holiday together. The salary increase with the job isn't that much, but again, the idea of working in Italy would be amazing. What should I do? I just break up.
I was gonna say.
I would be a Baracus.
Who?
So what does that mean?
Just take a sedative.
I mean, that's...
Pass out on the plane.
Okay, yeah, that was kind of my question because I used to have a really, really terrible fear of flying. Like legit, I would like cry on the plane because like the
Mr. Play It Safe was afraid to fly. Yeah.
Totally. So I would just drink a lot, which obviously then leads to
That's
other
the
problems.
move. That was going to be my advice, though. I've never had any problems with drinking a lot.
Yeah, it's because like when you get to a certain level of drunkenness, you get on that plane and in your head you're like, I dare you to sink this plane! Like you're like you're Lieutenant Dan and Forrest Gump. You're challenging God to bring down that plane, and
you're pulling that emergency exit thing like, no, I have to go scream at God from the top of clouds.
Luckily,
you're fucking crawling out on the wings.
Luckily, I was never so drunk that I had to be restrained by any means. But again, just obviously you feel terrible afterwards, but. I did have a friend who one time she did get too drunk and she had to be restrained. But
did they duct tape her to the chairs?
They yelled at her. She's too, but yeah, she like basically passed out. And when she was passed out, I think they like taped her hands together.
That's hilarious.
Wow,
I love that.
But it was also like a very long flight, and so she kind of woke up and she's like, "What's going on?" And they were like, "You were being mean," and she was like, "Okay." But luckily, she
That sounds like the taboo porn.
Oh,
yeah.
She's taped up. She woke up.
Actually, it says that the taboo porn it's all sex with unconscious women on airplanes. That's the entire genre.
Yeah.
Sounds impossible.
But yeah, so...
Not unless you're on international waters. You know what I mean? You gotta film it while you're flying over the race.
All right, I guess.
Yeah. But here's the other thing that's weird about this. He's only 25, which seems very young. 5 years isn't too much of a difference, but 30 to 25, I don't know, it just seems a bit off. But also, if you're 30 and you get a job opportunity that you're very excited about, like, you're kind of in no position to turn it down. Like, you have this fun anchor.
I'll go with you, bitch. What?
Yeah.
That's fire. What?
Yeah, it's you. You're so young in your career. You're so and then to not take that job opportunity because of this wet blanket at home. You're
give this man some therapy, and then if
that's what I was going to say.
If it don't work out, the therapy isn't working.
Ayahuasca will get him on a plane in no time.
Yeah,
Wait,
like
who's ayahuasca?
Ayahuasca is
It's
like
ayahuasca.
it's a
hilarious.
It's
part of
a
DMT,
drug.
and then you like reset the brain.
Oh,
You have a psychedelic experience, and it's like once you die, it's
Because
like
my thing
everything
is
else.
this. All right, you said you had a bad experience on a plane. You didn't die, so clearly it wasn't that bad, pussy. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
that's true.
You were spared. God has a plan for you.
If the plane landed and you're still here,
yeah.
okay, maybe the food was shitty.
But
You
you're
watched a shitty movie.
Unless you are Sully or
Yeah.
or Denzel Washington's character from Flight, I don't want to fucking hear about fears of flying. It's bullshit.
I just really hope this isn't another rich person problem where actually his fear of flying was that his family was on a private plane. And the private plane crashed. And Grandpa died on the private plane. You know, like, I just hope it's not.
I'm just afraid if my family sees me flying into Connecticut on a commercial airline,
But
they
the
will
flights aren't
judge
even
me.
that crazy long. You're just going from Italy to Italy. That's
Yeah.
like 2 hours?
Yeah, it's...
Bro, just take a nap.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the other thing is, like, getting...
You could literally be in the air and landing and be fucking
Yeah.
not even know you're in
Sedatives,
the plane.
man.
I've done it before.
Fucking sedatives.
Slept through a whole 2-hour flight.
Have some wine,
Yeah.
have, like, an Advil PM,
Yeah.
just
Gummy.
get your shit sorted out. And it's like, but it's,
Take an early flight. Don't sleep before. So by the time you
Yeah.
sit down,
Yeah,
Once
knocked out.
even when I was like at the height of that was like one thing I used to do is I used to take Theraflu because it has like that like it makes you go to sleep, and so even if you're scared, like you take Theraflu, like you're still able to sleep on the plane. Then you kind of wake up and you're like, oh, I guess flying's not that bad. It's just
Yeah.
that initial
Yeah.
part, like just get
Yeah.
over that.
I hate
part.
getting to the airport.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
a fear.
Yeah.
Once
Yeah.
I'm there, like, all right, we good now.
Let's get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
Dude, one time coming back from overseas, I was just flying with my whole unit. You know, we were coming back from Iraq, and we stopped on a commercial jet to refill in Ireland.
Yeah, I did that too.
Yeah.
Actually, I was in Iceland.
Yeah, sometimes it's Ireland, sometimes it's France. I've never stopped in Iceland. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
But
That's awesome.
I was like, dude, we're in Ireland. I gotta have a drink in Ireland.
Yeah, you
but
do.
they were like, oh, you're.
I mean,
you're
looking out the
with-
window and seeing a bunch of ice caps, like, I don't like that, because I don't like
Yeah.
cold. But that freaked me out. But like, all right, other than that.
But I'm at the airport. I'm
Yeah.
like, I want to have a drink in Ireland. But
Yeah.
but my unit made it a fucking thing. None of you fucks have a drink. You're gonna get Article 15. You're gonna get this and that. And so I'm like, you motherfuckers, you know. And they had like booze into the little tiny airport shop because it's Ireland. And I even remember being in line behind somebody who was just like in my unit because there was a bunch of us uniform, and they were like, hey, do you have any headache pills? And it was just a little old lady at the cash register. She was like, headache pills. And he's like, yeah, you know, pills to make your headache go away. Oh, you have a headache. And he's like, yeah, do you have any Tylenol and pills to make it go away? She's like, well, no, we have whiskey. And she wasn't even saying it sort of with the energy like, oh, we have whiskey.
No,
have a drink."
that's a life.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
no,
just
you
like
know,
a
sweet
little
pot of
old
gold.
lady. Just, oh, you're sick. Let's just have some whiskey. It'll make you feel better.
Yeah.
Like that way.
That's all she knows.
No
True.
sort of
Yeah.
like, hey, party, be a man, be blah. Like it wasn't like that. It was just like a little, like your grandmother.
Just medicine.
Oh, have
Yeah.
whiskey. It'll make, you know, and so we couldn't drink
That's her Vicks
there.
Vapor Rub.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
That's
That's
all
what
I-
it was like.
Little Tums.
My
Yeah.
grandson is upset. I give it, you know. And so I was so upset that I couldn't drink there. I was like, all right, fuck these motherfuckers. They didn't say anything about cough syrup. You know? And so I knew I couldn't drink there. So he quit before
I'm
we
gonna get
got there.
over some way,
Over
goddamn.
touch.
Yeah,
This.
yeah. I was like, you could have let me have a couple drinks like a fucking man. Instead, you treated me like an
It's
animal.
my dignity I'm after.
Now I'm gonna act like a fucking animal. You know what I mean?
You want an animal, you got
I got an
animal.
entire economy-sized bottle of NyQuil PM before we took off.
That
and
sounds
played.
dangerous.
It
Yeah.
that
was.
sounds-
It
yeah.
fucking was. And they didn't let us buy booze, but they did let us buy chocolates. And Jameson had chocolates.
They did.
Where there was little tiny chocolate whiskey bottles.
That's
Little-
what
little-
I did.
Yeah,
I did that.
Yeah. So I
I
was
did
like,
do
dude,
that. Like, hell
as
yeah.
the plane was taking off from
I'm on a
Shannon,
run.
Ireland to Maine, I chewed one of the little whiskey chocolates, and I'm like, fuck it, down the hatch. You know
I
what I
did do
mean?
that.
I slammed the whole thing. The stewardess by us was freaked the fuck out. She was like, is he gonna need medical attention?
No,
Yeah,
you're fine.
And
and
the
you
guys
just
around
drank
me
an
was like, I
entire
don't
thing
know.
of NyQuil.
Yeah, I mean, it was a big one,
Seems
too.
scary.
It was a big
Yeah, it's way better than NyQuil.
Dude, oh, yeah. It was, oh, no, this was NyQuil. I got this from Kuwait. This was the stuff, because, I mean, because I didn't know if they'd have it. And they had a big one. I was like, if we're going to Ireland and I can't drink, and they got this, I'm doing this as the plane takes off from Ireland. I will be wasted on Irish soil, you know? And so I fucking just slammed it as soon as that plane started moving. And I remember what a long flight it was, going over there on a leave and stuff, you know what I mean? Hopping across the Atlantic. Takes a few minutes, right? Dude, I remember feeling really, really fucked up. And then I fell into a really dark hole. And I just remember being violently shaken awake. Like, huh? And they're like, we're in Maine. Dude, get up. We're in Maine. And I just staggered around that whole place fucked up. I was fucked up for like a day from that. It was wild.
Because also like the NyQuil PM, it's not just the like alcohol that's it. I mean, there's like the like whatever the PM part is like
the PM that makes you sleep.
Yeah.
It's the PM that our grandkids will look back at the now times and be like, that's like when they told pregnant women to smoke in the 40s. They were just calling it PM. Yeah. They just called it PM. It turns out it's worse than fucking fentanyl.
Oh man.
Oh man, yeah.
Great.
So I think that based on Jake's experience, we've given this woman enough, suggestions for her boyfriend. If he doesn't want to take any of those, if he doesn't want to down a bottle,
you gotta leave this
NyQuil,
man, girl.
You gotta break up with him, and that's my final advice for you.
Yeah,
like England, come on.
Yeah, that's so stupid.
Tim on YouTube says, Beastie Boys have a perfect sample with wine mentioned on Check Your Head. If you could use it for the plug. No, YouTube will murder us. That's the new YouTube rules. Is if we play any songs with lyrics, not only won't they let us post it, but the Terminator from Terminator 2, the liquid one, will come out of the screen and go right through me as I'm playing Beastie Boys. Like, that's just what happens.
That's gonna be next, man. They're gonna shock your finger on your fucking computer.
Yeah, YouTube doesn't play around with the songs, man. Joel on YouTube says, boyfriend should either drive or take a boat.
You can only drive
that gives
so
her time.
Places.
Yeah, it's true,
boat,
man.
Drive when you're retired.
Dude, the U.S. is fucking huge, man.
Yeah.
You do that, and it takes like fucking 2 days to get from here to Iowa. And that's in the middle,
LA.
Yeah, it takes
I've done that before. It's whack.
Yeah. 16, 17 hours if we do it straight. That's what me and Amy did for the wedding. We just popped fucking Adderall and drank Monsters and just fucking drove.
I remember those days. I don't miss it.
Great. Oh, dude, I loved it. We just listened to music and podcasts.
I did it too many times. I feel it's okay to do it once in a while, but I did it a lot.
Oh, yeah. You once in a while. Yeah. Doing it a lot fucking sucks. Yeah. Tim on YouTube says, knock his out like Mr. T. Knock his ass out like Mr. T. A-Team reference.
Yeah.
B.A. Baracus, that's right.
Just give him a big old slug.
Also, you need to know what traumatized them.
Joel says, I ain't getting on no plane. Hannibal.
Talk to a psychiatrist.
Tim on YouTube says, tell him to let her go, man. Oh, wait. Tell her to tell him, let me go. His damn it, I want to fly.
That's good. I like that.
Yeah.
That's exactly what she said. Tim
says, what psychedelic experience? Joel on YouTube says, Jake bought the big gulp of NyQuil. Tim says, Robotrip Tussin. Well, no, but the Robotripping and Tussin, like those ones will kind of keep you awake a little more. You need the one with the PM. You need the blue or purple one that has the government-approved fentanyl in it.
Scissor.
That will just... I don't care if you have a fear... I don't care what your fear is. Whatever your phobia is, if you drink the size bottle of NyQuil that I drank, this was the big motherfucker. This was the big... This was the handle. This was the handle of NyQuil. This was the love jug of NyQuil.
Year supply one.
Yeah.
Dude, my mouth tasted like licorice for a month. It was fucking wild,
bad.
Dude. It was awful.
That's not even good candy.
Dude, yeah. No. Not red licorice, black licorice. That fucking
that's
shit.
even worse.
Yeah, but that's what NyQuil PM tastes like. It's fucking gross, dude. Like, it was... Dude, it was nasty. Don't get me wrong. I kept one of the other chocolates to chase it with. I didn't taste a single bit of the chocolate or the whiskey.
You should have started with the chocolates. Then maybe the Robitussin.
No, I did. I started with chocolate. Then I did the Robitussin. Then I chased it with chocolate. But here's the thing. The chasing an entire bottle of NyQuil PM, an economy-sized bottle of it, it's like pissing in a volcano to save the village. It doesn't fucking work. It doesn't work. The whole village still dies, and you get your cock burnt off in the process for trying to be a fucking hero. That's what I did.
Amazing. Well, perfect. I think we answered that question. Should we do one more lightning round question?
Yes. One more lightning round question. People, if you've got any more questions to write into the podcast, write them to loveguruspodcast@yahoo.com. We're going to take one more lightning question from the sick motherfuckers on Reddit.
So how this will work is that I'll read the question and then we'll just do like one quick take around the room for what we think the advice is. So question is, my boyfriend of 4 years called me his fiance. My boyfriend is 34 and I'm 30 and we are invited to a birthday party. I heard him refer to me to other people as his fiance, even though he's never proposed to me. He even told me proudly afterwards, I told people you were my fiance. We've been talking about getting married. We've been talking about being meant for each other, but he's never asked me. He thinks that asking the question means getting married within a year and spending like $10,000 on a wedding, even though I made it clear that I don't want a big party. I don't know what to do, but it hurt me so badly that he told random people we're engaged, but he didn't even tell me. I feel like I missed something. I don't know how to act. I asked him several times if he wants to get married sometime, but the only answer he gives is, this isn't the right time. I think that this guy is gonna string her along for 7 more years and she needs to break up.
Yeah.
That's so, why would unless someone else at the party was like having a conversation and he felt that he needed to puff up his chest and be like, oh yeah, well that's my fiance over there. Like he got insecure and so he felt like he needed to say, I accomplished something, but he hasn't even asked her yet. Like that, it's just red flag after red flag that this guy is.
It's so weird. He's the
pathological
opposite of me.
liar.
Yeah, or any man ever.
Yeah.
He's the opposite of me. I would forget to call my girlfriend my fiance for the first 2 months after we were engaged.
That makes sense, though.
Because I'm a man. Because I'm a real man. That's the way we do
That
it.
makes sense.
This is a weird. He's doing some reverse shit. I don't know what this is.
He got the wagon before the horse.
But
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
the puffing of the chest, right? Or how did he say it? You know what I mean? She's practically my fiance because we've been together and I should pull the trigger. You know what I mean?
That's true.
But when you're in a situation, you know.
Yeah.
But you're right. It's a big announcement. And once you do that, you can't just haphazardly tell
put
somebody
you
that.
You can't put that you know, that
Genie
can
back
of
in the
worms
bottle.
is open. You
Yeah.
can't just like put it back into the bottle
Wow.
again. Yeah. What do you think, Uni?
Yeah, give it like maybe a year, and if he's still bullshitting, this would be out. Like
Yeah,
it doesn't make
yeah.
any sense. Like, wait, you didn't ask me, motherfucker. I look crazy in front of my friends. Like, where's the ring? Like, there's no ring.
Yes, thank you for saying that. Yeah, she looks
Like, what do you
crazy
mean
as
there's
hell.
no ring?
Like,
That doesn't make any sense.
oh, my boyfriend's
Yeah,
running
right.
around calling me his fiance, but he hasn't proposed yet. People are gonna be like, "You're a psycho bitch."
Right.
You're like,
That's a good point. She should have just stood in back
Right.
of him, over his shoulder like a golem, with her left hand up with no ring.
Right.
Ah,
Are you
just
sure
saying.
about that?
Lying!
Just say bullshit.
Yeah. What about you, Jake? What's your final advice?
First of all, Joel on YouTube says PM medication now will be looked back at like Coca-Cola originally containing cocaine.
Right.
It'll be great. Look at this. Hey, it's a good point, man. Maybe we should start stocking up on that shit. You know what I mean? And after the Puritans start
Either
cracking
that-
down and making a PM prohibition, we
Either
can
that or
fucking
Jake
sell it. You know?
Either that or Jake is ruining our nice things. We used to have nice things
You think
like
I'm blowing the
Coke and
whistle?
Coke.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Some asshole on a drunken fucking
First it
podcast.
was the bored housewives using the Coca-Cola, so now we don't get that anymore. Then it's Jake
Yeah.
on a flight from Ireland,
Uh-huh.
so now we can't have NyQuil PM. You know, let's just.
No, Rapper's been abusing NyQuil for years.
That's-
Jake is fine.
That's what
That's
happened.
true.
I think it's like some dude with like non-ironic handlebar mustache back in the 30s or whatever was like on a fucking love podcast like this. And he was like, "Oh my God, have you tried this new soda that they even give to children? It's got cocaine. Guys, look, I'm starting it. Oh my God, it's the best soft drink there's
Okay,
ever been."
so
you know?
also
and
one-
then they fucking got rid of it.
100%. That's why the jitterbug dance was invented.
Yeah. Oh shit.
Have you ever seen someone do
Yeah.
that? It's like you're on fucking Coke.
Uh-huh. You ever try to invent the Charleston dead sober? It doesn't fucking work. It doesn't.
Yeah, but so what's your advice for this woman? Should she stay with him or should she break up?
I think she should stay with him. But here's what she should do. Next time they're at a party, you make him smoke the whole fucking carton.
Yes.
What you do,
Yes!
you bring a ring, And when they start talking about, oh, yeah, my fiance, my wife, my this and that. Guys, I have an announcement. You get down on one ring. Or one ring. Yes, you kneel on a ring. Like Sonic the Hedgehog. You know what I mean? You just fucking balance on. No, you get down on one knee and you propose to this fucking guy right in front of the same assholes he was trying to impress by calling you his fiance.
Oh my god, yes.
Fucking,
I love that.
Yeah. Make him smoke the whole goddamn carton in one night. That's what I
There you
said.
go.
Propose to him in front of his fucking buddies.
Good strategy.
Perfect.
He likes a
Get
joke.
a real shitty ring.
So do you. Dude, rings are fucking cheap. You know how much this one? $40. I have another one back there that was $4. Okay, you get the fucking you get the silicone ones. That's
you
it.
could have got a placeholder.
Yeah,
Yes.
Something.
yeah. Like even expensive dude rings are like a couple $100, and that's
Yeah.
for like the gold ones. They're because little boys in kindergarten are going, I can't wait until my wife buys me a ring and it's so sparkly, and like we don't give a shit. We're like, is it expensive and do we have to pay for it? I hope it's new and new. You know?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's even the nice ones still ain't that much. So just get them a cheap, shitty bronze one. Even nice jewelry stores will get you a decent one for $50. Or you get a silicone one like this on YouTube for less, which silicone's the way to go. There was a guy I was in Iraq with who fucking jumped off the top of a Humvee and caught it on a piece of armor. And he had a metal ring, and it pulled off all of his skin and muscle like a fucking glove.
Well, hold
like
on.
a goddamn chicken bone. It was nothing but bones and nail left. And it
You
just
and I both know
You
you're
kept
not
the
supposed
nail?
to take your wedding ring out in the field.
But that's what I was
Yeah,
going to
that
say.
was
That
on him.
sounds like a.
But
yeah.
this was inside the wire though too. You know
Oh,
what I mean? He
shit,
was just
okay.
doing maintenance. He was just doing maintenance.
No.
And
Happened to one of my friends actually. Nah, you don't wear no jewelry.
no,
Yeah.
but this
Yeah, it's
happened.
very dangerous.
Dude, I told this story to my in-laws, and my mother and father-in-law. They have a friend who did the same thing on a fucking fence.
It's very.
And that's why people are like, well, you're not going to be off any Humvees, and it's like, yeah, but that was just a jagged piece of something. That wasn't. He wasn't returning fire. This had nothing to do with getting shot at. This would just happen to be
Most
a
of the
jagged thing.
injuries take place just so stupidly.
Yeah. So, lady, if you ever do get married, you and your husband get silicone rings. Don't be fucking assholes. You know what I mean?
Don't
Plus,
be assholes.
some kid shouldn't get his head cut off because you like something fucking shiny. Huh?
Yeah.
What's with
Yes.
all these woke women fucking retweeting BLM with fucking blood diamonds on their fingers?
Yeah. Dude,
They matter, but not as much as shiny things. Get fucking.
You're like, there's a lot of
get
black lives on that
silicone.
continent, and
Yeah.
they're picking your fucking diamond.
Yeah.
100%.
You don't give a shit about heads getting cut off over diamonds, huh? Stop trying to fucking
man,
act like
I love it.
you give a shit. You don't. If you have a diamond. Diamonds are for fucking evil people.
Yeah.
Just know that.
100%.
And metal gets your fingers cut off. That's my two takes on rings.
Yeah.
Diamonds are evil. Metal gets your fingers cut off.
Perfect. I think we summed it up. I think we answered that question.
Yes.
I think we answered all of these questions
No.
amazingly.
I think we did too. This has been an amazing podcast.
Yes.
Thank you to our two awesome guests. Thank you to Oni Francis. Thank you to Chris Wagner. Follow these guys on social media. Check them out live even better. Until next week, we'll see you guys later. Also, thank you to everybody that was commenting.
Thank you guys so
on-
much for listening.
Yes, man.
Love
Thanks
it.
to
Thank you
Joel.
so
Thanks
much.
to Tim. Thanks to Tyler. Thanks to Amy. Thank you to all the listeners out there. Until next week, check us out live every single Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. Oh, we will not be live next week, though. When I say every single Thursday, I mean most of them. After next week. Off next week. On the weeks after that. Until next week, later.